The streets of Buenos Aires are often filled with thousands of people protesting. The cause for these rallies has mostly been government policies and economic issues. But on September 27th, streets of Argentina's capital filled up again. This time, the reason was different. It transcended politics and ideologies. The spine-chilling murder of Laura, Brenda and Morena brought everyone together. Two of them were cousins, just 20 years old, and the third victim, merely 15. The outcry was heightened by the manner in which these young women were killed. To everyone's horror, the end of their life was streamed live on social media. Who is behind this triple femicide? Why were the young women targeted? And does the crime put the spotlight on a deeper issue faced by Argentina? This is how the story unfolded. September 19, 2025. The time is around 9:30 p.m. local time. A CCTV footage shows three young women at a junction in the La Matanza neighborhood of Greater Buenos Aires. They are seen getting into what looks like a white pickup truck. It is also the last time that Brenda del Castillo, Morena Verdi, and Lara Gutierrez are seen alive. Investigators say that the young women were lured at the pretext of going to a party. Little did they know that their life would be brutally cut short by a gang that they apparently knew. For days, the girls remained missing. Then on the fifth day, September 24th, their bodies are found buried in the yard of a house in Florencio Varela. This is a southern suburb of Buenos Aires. From where the victims were last seen to where their bodies were found, the two places are approximately 60 kilometers apart, with a travel time of roughly over 1 hour. Medical reports say that the three women were killed around midnight, but they were reportedly beaten and tortured before being killed. The Argentine media has also reported that gang members allegedly cut off their fingers, pulled out their nails, beat them, and suffocated the victims. To add to the horror, this crime was carried out on an Instagram Live, which officials say was watched by 45 members of a private account. Shockwaves ripped through Argentina, at not just the act of the murder, but by the brutality with which it was carried out. In the past few days, police has arrested several accused tied to the case. Gang members, part of a nexus that the three victims were allegedly connected to. One of the accused was arrested from Bolivia, near Argentina's border. And that tells you something about how widespread this network may have been. One of the detainees also showed a video to police during interrogation, which reveals the motive behind this gory murder. Now, in the footage, a gang leader is heard saying, and I quote him here, "This is what happens to those who steal drugs from me." This leader is also the suspected mastermind, a 20-year-old from Peru. Pequeno J, or Little J, as he is more popularly known. His full name, Victoriano Tony Jansen Valverde. Authorities investigating this man say that he has a drug network across international borders, and he functions on the sole logic of violence, which explains the ghastly nature in which the three young women were killed and their murder broadcasted, potentially as a warning to others who may have broken ranks with the 20-year-old drug lord. The Argentine judiciary has issued a national and international arrest warrant for the drug lord and his right-hand man, 28-year-old Matias Agustin Osorio.
La Policía Nacional The National Police wants to inform that today, in the morning hours and also in the afternoon hours, it has carried out 2 important captures of 2 murderers, 2 criminals, who have caused the death of 3 females in Argentina.
But women across Latin American countries have taken note, and they are demanding attention to this triple femicide. Protests called A Day Without Women are erupting across Peru, Mexico, Brazil, and even other countries. The prosecutors described this murder as it not being a crime of impulse. Rather, it was an execution for internal control purposes, a settling of scores intended to instill fear. For the grieving families of these young women who are out on the streets demanding justice, the ask is simple: find and put to trial the mastermind of this triple murder. Arresting middlemen and smaller pawn will not yield anything for the victims' families. But the story does not end here. It is not just about these 3 victims. Rather, it opens up a Pandora's box on some very persistent issues of femicide in the region. In Argentina alone, in the first 4 months of 2025, the number of femicides increased by 15% compared to the same period back in 2024. Be it at the hands of their current partners, their exes, or organized crime gangs, women are increasingly at the receiving end of violence in Latin American countries. And something needs to be done.